Everybody needs 2 or 3 exchanges, and Andreas Antonopoulos said it best when he stated, treat all exchanges like a public bathroom. Go in, do your business, and get out ASAP. And this sentiment was actually echoed by the founder and former CEO of Kraken, Jesse Powell, when he said, please do not store crypto on any exchanges. So we have to use these for on and off ramps, but we don't have to leave everything there. And this is why I use Kraken, a whole host of reasons. So I'm going to kind of run down why I use this and why I think that everybody should, again, have 2 or 3 because of the things that happen. So the first things first, Kraken, I trust it. It's been around since 2011. You can buy crypto in minutes. It's super simple. You can sell over 429 cryptos. And again, it's just pretty much available everywhere. And the big thing for me is proof of reserve audits. Now, if you've been around for quite some time, you know what happened with Mt. Gox, you know what happened with the Voyagers and the Celsius and the FTXs. So this is very important that we can actually verify there is crypto on the exchange. You can do this throughout the app, throughout the website, and you can actually verify it with third-party assistance. So we have that part as far as trust, but as far as like simplification, it's the easiest one I found so far. To dollar cost average, what I've been doing in the bear market and ever since 2017, you can set up easy, daily, weekly, monthly. You can do stop loss orders, all that great stuff, and just make it just as simple as you possibly can. Also, you can trade stocks if you're into equities and those types of things, and it's available, of course, in the United States and all across the world. And the big reason that I say use 2 or 3 is because when we get to a blow off top, I know it seems like it's never going to happen, but trust me, it'll be there at some point. When you step into that, it is important to have at least 3 different exchanges, because you know that when things get heated, there's only so much room on these exchanges, even though they are multi-billion-dollar companies. For some reason, they just can't figure out how to stay up. I'm not going to crucify them. I'm just saying these have happened again and again and again. So choose wisely for the exchange that you want to use. And then also, another big thing is this, is that, you know, if they go down or stay up or whatever it is, it's important that you have support along the way to figure things out. And this is actually a conversation that I had with a customer service rep through Kraken on the app. And it was actually a real person. I couldn't believe it. On the very right-hand side, you can see it. I actually asked this guy, Axel, are you actually real? He said, yeah, I'm flesh and bones. And we went through a process, took like 3 or 4 minutes, and he solved the issue quickly, straight away. Very simple, very easy. And also, the fees are low. And depends if you are a baller, a mini baller, or just a recreational retail investor, no big deal. I mean, they've got some pretty low rates as far as maker and taker fees, below 1%. And that's fantastic. And if you want to actually eliminate those, just do what I do. Just get Kraken Plus. Instead of being over at Coinbase One, where it's $30 a month, and you can get up to $10,000 in fees just taken away. For Kraken or Kraken Plus, it's only $5 a month. Or you can pay $50 a year, which is what I do, and then you get up to $10,000 a month in trading fees. But I will say, not everything is perfect in any exchange. We all have some problems, and those are called spreads. Spreads are what you pay between the asking and the buying price. And we can just see here, and you're welcome to do this on your own. When you sign up for Kraken, what I've seen is I had one for 120,000. I went to go sell it, and it was at 118,000. I go, what the heck is that? Well, that's 1.57% spread. That's what that is. However, I did it on Binance US, and I found it was an 8.2% spread. This is when ETH was 3,200, and they gave me the quote of 3,000. Coinbase was roughly 2%, not so great. And then Crypto.com was 2.73%. So it's all across the board. You're going to have to deal with spreads. That's pretty much just how it is. And of course, spreads will vary from hour to hour, day to day, and of course, from exchange to exchange. But just so you're aware, that's what's going on. And I got to tell you, one of the worst spreads I've ever seen, and this is what the gold bugs tell me, is that they have spreads of 3 to 5% for buying and selling. I just saw a video recently where a guy goes in and he bought gold at a 3% markup price. And then when he sells it, it's a 3% for addition on what they want to actually pay for it. So essentially, it's like you got to have 6 to 10% of a gain to actually come out ahead. And those are just spreads. Now, if you're looking for some information on how to beat those spreads, I did a video. There's a link in the description of how to avoid spreads. And this is rampant across the crypto sphere. But again, not near as bad as the precious metals. So if you're looking to sign up, and this is one of them, and you haven't signed up already, I've got a deal with Kraken. And if you put in, no, that's not right. It's only $100. That was the deal that we set up. If you fund your account with $100, they're going to give you $25, and all you do that within the first 30 days. And also, they have another little opportunity in the background where if you deposit, whatever you deposit, and it could be cash, it could be stable coins, it could be Bitcoin, it could be crypto, any kind of altcoin, whatever you deposit into Kraken, they will match it for up to 2%. Actually, it's 2.5% if you have Kraken Plus. However, there is a catch. And that catch is, right now it is October 23rd. This is only going on until the 31st. Once the 31st hits, they're not going to allow this to happen again. But the question that I had was, when do I get my match, whatever I put in? So you get your match within 14 days after the promo ends, paid in USDG, which is the stable coin from Kraken. So if it ends on the 31st, roughly November 14th, you're going to get paid. But there's a catch. And that catch is you have to leave it in there for an entire year. What happens to my deposit after the promo ends? Cash and crypto deposits made after the promo will no longer earn a match. So you have to do it by October 31st. Participants will need to maintain a positive amount in net deposits for 12 months to prevent withdrawals. And again, you can see this is what you get. If you have $1,000 in there, you can get $20 or $25 if it's 2.5%. 10,000, 100,000, 1 million, if you want to do that. But do you really want to leave your crypto on an exchange for an entire year? Well, that's up to you. But I will say, I've got some rules. I know when people take a look at this, they're like, hey, Rob doesn't have a really good track record. He used to talk about Voyager and Celsius. That's true. But I've also talked about Coinbase and Binance and Kraken and Crypto.com. I've talked about DEXs and cold storage and hot storage and everything else. So I know there's going to be comments in there about that, but I'm telling you, Kraken has gone through the whole thing. But the thing I want to make mention is lastly is that for the exchanges, just like Andreas Antonopoulos said, you can do whatever you want to do. But do you want to leave your crypto on an exchange for an entire year? No, I can't tell you what to do. I'm not a financial advisor. That's it for today. So look, if you liked today's video, give it a thumbs up, consider subscribing. We talk about is time sensitive. Everything we just talked about, as well as the affiliate links, are in the description below. Thanks so much for stopping by. I do appreciate you, and I'll see you on the next one.